Yo, what up, guys? How we doing? It's
Oh,
Thursday.
no.
Why are you saying
Oh, no.
This is not an oh no. This is an oh yeah. We're here. It's Friday. Not Friday. It's Thursday. It's fucking Thursday. We like Thursday. What the fuck? Hi, everybody. Welcome on in. Who do we got? I see we got Xana. We got Crimson, Haley, Emoji. We got Wild. We got Armor, who's resubbed for fucking 32 months. We got some folks. Here. How we doing, everyone? Hopefully everyone's had a good week. I had a... Man, I need to complain. Chat. So, show of hands. Who here knows what either a white elephant or, as we in New England called it, a Yankee swap is? I need to complain. 'Cause my job, my workers, we all planned for the holiday party to do a fucking Yankee swap. We went to go do a white elephant. And you know what happened? The thing that happens every fucking time I go to do a fucking white elephant. Hi, Kibo, how we doing? The thing that happened is that I was left my fucking gift by the end of it. Every time I do a white elephant, every fucking time, I'm like one of the last one chosen, because I somehow always pull bottom of the list, and the only gift that's ever remaining is mine. Every single fucking time. It hurts me. It wounds me. You tried to, like, think out a really good gift. I got, like, a really nice scented candle. It was strawberry sponge cake scented. And I was like, nobody's gonna hate strawberry sponge cake. It's not my particular cup of tea. But, like, I thought everyone would like it. And lo and behold, I mean, folks that smelt it afterwards thought so. But, like, no one wanted to choose my bag. The bag that ended up having sardines in it. Should've done canned bread. Nah. Everyone here's had it. You're gonna give it, and here's the thing. If you give canned bread around here, Santa, it's not like, whoa, that's wacky and weird. You give it, and they're like, oh, you went down to the grocery store and grabbed canned bread. Why'd you do that? That's not gonna work. Oh, cool. Lunch. That being said, it was great. 'Cause there was a rule that said no gift cards, so someone put and the budget was $15. So someone didn't buy a $15 gift card, they put $15 into a little metal tin. I grabbed my gift, looked at the dude with $15, and I said, I'm sorry, and he's like, no, I respect it, I get the game, and I took that 15 fucking bucks. Fucking paid for the goddamn candle I bought. Hello, I like money. I know, right? It was either that or I steal the, there's an ice cube maker that makes, like, ice cubes that look like Christmas ornaments. And I debated stealing that one, but it was the guy who had it was retiring that day. And yet, I feel like there's a party foul for stealing from the guy who's retiring, you know? So I chose against... Is this fucking Mr. Brightside on a piano? I'm sorry, this is not fitting the vibe. This is not fitting my vibe. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Space Slug, save us. Anyway. Yeah. I didn't want to steal from the guy who is retiring, you know? Again, I feel like that would have been a party foul, so I didn't. That was way too upbeat. It was. I returned from the form and shitty signal. How's everyone's day? We're doing good, Wizlock. We're talking about my, shitty, white elephant. I need to keep calling it that and not Yankee Swap. I need to stop using New England terminology, because I'll use it and you guys won't get it. You'll be like, what the fuck is one of that? Oh yeah. I am dying. I cast stop dying in your general direction emoji. There, you are no longer dying. With the power vested in me. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day. Other than that, I had an alright day. I got to see off the coworker that trained me as he went into retirement, and now I am, despite being only a month and a half at the job, I'm gonna be one of the senior security officers there. My boss did come up to me and said, yeah, once we get on the last of the new hires that we're planning on doing, we are gonna have a meeting and kind of, not retrain you, but kind of have laying the ground rules of what we expect. But, like, in this past month and a half, despite almost next to no training, you've been doing excellent. And I'm like, cool, thank you. I mean, I get it, but to be fair, I've traveled around most of the world, so I've heard just about anything. I've heard that, White Elephant has so many different nicknames. I feel like New England is a separate culture from the rest of America. Am I wrong? You're not wrong. We have really weird slang up here. Like, hold on. Hold on. One of these days, I'll be able to start a stream and not talk about New England for like 5 minutes. I promise. Today's not that day, but one of these days. Alright, chat, question. What do you call this? Yo, bro, that shit's wicked. We say hello, wicked. Water fountain, water fountain, water fountain, water fountain. What do you guys mean? No, it's a bubbler. That's what that is. We call that a bubbler. I wish I was joking. That's what we call water fountains. We call them bubblers. I'm gonna shit. Not on my floor. Also, hi Rev, how we doing? And hi Bean! Welcome on in. Let me see if I can find some weird New England slang. Alright, hold on. Things New Englanders say differently. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what things we say differently. Hold on, I need a good list. Oh, alright. Here's what you guys- shut up, not car. What do you guys call the light that lets another driver behind you know that you are about to merge into a different lane? Blinker. Alright, so blinker is universal. Alright. I know Jimmy's caught everybody off guard, because apparently nowhere else calls sprinkles Jimmy's. Blinker or the Midwest non-fucking existent. That same with Massachusetts. Nobody ever uses their blinker. Oh, hold on. Here's a term that's used more often in the northern part. It's a more northern, fucking New England phrase, but it's still used. What do you call this? Specifically, this part right here. Driveway, driveway. Those are excellent answers. What do you guys mean? Driveway or parkway? Or paveway? Paveway's weird. No, it's a dooryard. I'm gonna kill! What? What's wrong with dooryard? You immediately understand what we mean by it. If I were to tell you a dooryard, you'd think the driveway. This list is kind of lame, because I'm looking down it and I'm like... I'm looking at it and it's like, instead of saying basement, they say cellar. Out of curiosity, who here says cellar? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. What the fuck? I'm gonna put all New England in a fucking English class? No, you're not. You'll lose. Is V speaking in tongues? No, I'm just speaking in New England. What do you call shopping carts? Carriages. That's what they are. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. The last one I'm gonna get on, because the stream's not meant to be a fucking me teaching New England slang stream. I can words today. That's a tongue twister. What do you guys call this? Purse, bag, purse, a fucking handbag. What do you mean? It's a pocketbook. I've heard that one. That's not a pocketbook! You're right! We don't pronounce it pocketbook. We pronounce it pocketbook. I repeat again. Pocketbook. Why? Because we're from New England, and the letter T and R scares us. A pocketbook is your fucking wallet, you cross-eyed brain dead. Whoa! Whoa! What? Whoa! Whoa! Wild! Whoa! Holy, what? Wild! It's wild! Whoa! We're just from New England. We're not that brain dead. Go off! No! I didn't realize this was V's confessional. No, it's not my confessional. It's a Fallen confessional, which we're gonna be getting onto in a moment. That was wild. Correction, I am wild. Hey V, did you know that milk is the fastest liquid? It pasteurized before you could even see... Shut! V's confessional, they're from New England, unfortunately. It's terminal. I still remember how for the longest time I tried to hide the fact I was from New England. And then I just gave up. And now it's part of the gimmick. Fallen angel. You lived for billions of years. I have to you know what the explanation is? When I crash landed onto Earth, I crash landed into Massachusetts. That's what happened. And I got brain damage when I landed on my head and I was stuck with the New England accent. Bam, there we go. Got it. That's the lore. That's canon now. Just like Goku. Brother, I can hear it in your voice. I know, I can't hide it. I tried forever to hide it. I've told this story before, so here's the short version. I tried forever to hide it. I worked really hard, and then one day, I'm playing Bloodborne, and the first ever person I promoted to mod, good old Ronan, came in and said, hey, why do you pronounce Yarnum really quickly? Because the city in Bloodborne is Yharnam, not Yharnam. But you know, me not thinking in the middle of combat saying Yharnam over and over and over again, and then he points it out, and I'm just like, ah, shit. Mods, get that angel. Mods, take Spicy and fold Spicy into 7 different folds. Hi, Spicy, how we doing? Yarnham. No, we don't, we barely, no R. Yahnahm. Yharnam. That's how we pronounce it. My coworker told me Dropkick Murphys was coming down and doing a concert down here, and I was like, why do I want to hear about Boston and Texas? Go! Go to a Dropkick Murphys concert! Xana, just go there and then manifest me. I will show up and start punching as soon as they start singing Shipping Up to Boston. Mods, laminate Spicy into butter. You know, I can agree with that. Spicy, you're being turned to butter, I'm sorry. I'm going to churn you, that's what that is what I'm saying. You're being churned. Ain't no way. The worst part, I was about to make the sound of churning butter. But, like, immediately my mind was like, alright, what does churning butter sound like? And I'm like, nope. The sound effects department uses that for visual novels. Daily reminder, chat, if you are a certain breed of degenerate, you have heard a high-definition sound of a mustard bottle being abused. Mods, turn Spicy into a Szechuan pepper. God damn it, you took my damn joke. It's my job to be funny. I'm sorry that I'm funny. Okay? I don't intend to be funny, I just am. God, I love folly artist work. Hell yeah. What up, Winghaver? Hi, Murdoch. We're doing good. Ah! Can I just say I enjoy getting to play with my wings whenever I do have them out? Just... that shit. That's fun right there. But yeah. Tonight. It's the Fallen Confession stream. We're back with our confessional, everybody. We're back to the confessions. To people coming on in and submitting the confessions. For those that have not submitted a confession before, or don't know what the fuck we're about to dive into. Hi! My name is Farendel Voidstar, but you probably already know that. And welcome to... as I try to remember what button it's on. My confessional. Welcome to the Fallen Confessions. This is a stream where I sit down with you, chat, and we read off confessions submitted by our community. These confessions are completely 100% anonymous. And as well, it is against the rules to sit there and try and guess who within the community has given said confession. Why did my entire confession break? Oh, that's why. Hold on, I broke my confessional booth. Oops. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Give me a moment. Man, this is the first confessional stream with the fucking new model. You know? Alright, that's the not transparent version. There we go, there's a transparent version. Oopsie daisy. Chat, I have like 20 different buttons I'm juggling back here. Don't judge me. Anyway, hi, welcome on in. Confession time. I'm here to read confessions, and we as a chat sit down and... I say judge as the tagline, but it's more of, as I've described it before, a stream where we just speak our minds, vibe, and more so just get our feelings out into the air. This is more of akin to you not like reaching out to a therapist, but reaching out to a good bud that you just want to talk about shit you've done. That being said, I have been thinking of swapping up the format a little bit. I do have some things I want to do with the format, but that will be for later. For now, we need to get into our confessions. I can ward tonight. Hi, chat. Can you tell I didn't get much sleep last night? Can I collect your fallen feathers for a pillow? You wouldn't want that. My feathers are not comfortable. God. Alrighty. Let's get into this. Me waiting for V to know exactly which one is mine. Xana, I try not to guess, and that's against the rule. So, let's get started. I did have a few confessions left over from last time. I know I read off some on the, re-debut stream. But, I'm gonna be honest. Some of them may have ended up in the pile again. So, if I end up rereading one or one here or there, oops, but it's gonna happen. Alright, let's get started. What's our first one? Way back in the days of MySpace, I was in my teens, as they were. I remember when I had two friends who dated. I liked one of them, but never acted on it because, well, they were my friend, and I wasn't gonna be a homewrecker. The issue is, one of them was like, I don't have feelings for her anymore, but I don't want to hurt her. So I told him bluntly, you're better off being honest instead of lying to her. Fast forward, and the now dumped friend messages me about how she got dumped and was heartbroken. The part of me that had a crush on her was ecstatic, but the logical part of me was like, you did this. You heartless fuck. And mind you, I was there for her and the other friend as well. Her and I ended up dating in time, but something always felt off because of how we ended up dating. Looking back, I wouldn't do anything like that now. But man, that was a big mistake and shitty as fuck. You know, I didn't order these based on the vibe. I ordered them based on submission. Hi, everybody. Yeah, and I mean this with sincerity to whoever was brave enough to submit this. We're gonna start off on a little bit of a touchy one. This is a good time to remind you guys that due to the nature of the stream, we could be dealing with some heavy topics, so if at any point you feel it's a little too close to home, no harm, no foul if you can't stick around for it. But, to the person who submitted this, I do have a few immediate words that I kind of want to say. First things first. Hey, buddy, it's not your fault. I know you didn't submit this to hear me tell you it's not your fault. But, real talk here, and I need to say this, because it's very important you hear this. Legitimately, that's not your fault. Because I'm gonna level with you. I'm gonna tell you something. If they are somebody who is willing to... who's already debating that kind of emotion, and if you stating, hey, you should break up, was enough to get them to break up, this is gonna sound damning of the person that was the one who broke up. I don't want to damn them either. I don't necessarily say that there's any villains in this. This mutual of yours, between your crush and you, stated that he doesn't feel like he has any feelings anymore. And I'm gonna assume, based on you saying it's from the MySpace days, this is probably during a young point in your life. And this isn't me trying to sit here and state, oh, just move on. If things aren't working out with somebody, just move on. But from the words of it, this didn't seem like someone sitting here hating on somebody. Or this didn't sound like it was malicious, or just ragging on things they didn't like. It was just one person losing that spark. And while I do believe you should talk about it and try to see what you can do, obviously I'm missing some certain context here, because I don't know how long they dated, stuff like that. But at some point, you can't force affection. You can't force that real love. You can't U-turn a heart. And flatly, genuinely, it just sounded like that person wanted someone in their corner to make them not feel like a terrible person. Because nobody wants to be no good person wants to be a heartbreaker. So I'm gonna let you know right now that's not your fault. Whoa, this is heavy, Marty McFly. Xana, shut. But yeah, flatly, it's not your fault, and I'm going to be honest. The fact that you felt that little bit of jubilation when you heard they broke up, that is not you celebrating a victory. I want you to state that before you worry about that. You either have, if you're still with this person, or had emotions for this person that were heavy enough to make you want to date them. And you saw an opportunity come to rise. A chance. It's not like you orchestrated it, or pushed them to dislike each other and then told them to break up. It's you gave your advice, but then did see the opportunity. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of circumstances in your life that are going to come up where the right thing is also, or what you believe to be the right thing is also a choice that does have a bias in it. Flatly, I've been in a lot of situations where I've had to give advice that does lean towards a situation that does end up favoring me. But the most important thing is that you acknowledge that. And you did. You definitely did acknowledge that. And it's a good thing that you acknowledge that. Because flatly, you can't pretend like it's not there, I guess. You can't just sit there and, like, be like, oh, I don't have a bias, blah, blah, blah. We're humans. We all have, or, I'm an angel. But you're a human. And we all have our own biases. We do. We have things that we want. But as long as you're able to admit those, and keep those in check, because that's the important part to admitting it, is when you admit the bias that you have, when you admit the fact that there is admittedly an outcome that is something that that will be favorable for you from this, but it is not the reason behind it. Because intention is what matters. And from what you're telling me here, you didn't intend to cause them to break up just so that you could get your chance. But you just gave an answer. And you didn't even say break up. I want to phrase that. Your phrasing was, you're better off being honest with her. That's the correct response. It was them that chose to break up. So you're fine. Never feel shitty about that. It happens. Actually, I'm a shaggin'. Spicy, I'm punching you. I'm punching you. I'm punching you. I'm punching you. Very adult response for a teenage conundrum. Very. Listen, I speak on this one a lot from experience. Because I'm gonna let you know right now. You succeeded somewhere where I fail. I was in the same scenario, but my reasoning for it was to get with the person. I think I've often talked about the story of the, cucking triangle that I was in back in high school. For those that don't know the story, long story short, a bud stole I say stole. This is not me treating the people like they are objects. This is me just talking about the situation. I was getting sweet on one girl. A button ruined the chance at a budding relationship, and then moved on. So air quotes, stole the girl from me. I went on to, this other bud of mine, who, him and his girlfriend were having struggles. I'll be honest, I helped orchestrate the fallout of that shit. I'll be honest, I did that. Don't get me wrong, the two of them weren't necessarily great for each other, but my motive was to eventually try and get to date her. And unfortunately, it worked. And then afterwards, that friend went back over to the first friend, who had broken up with the girl that I wanted to get with and got with a different girl instead, and then that friend ended up stealing... or was about to get with this girl, but then friend C, got with the girl of friend B. So, again, we realized this all later, sitting at a bar, in our mid-20s, realizing we all kinda just fucked over each other in high school and went shit, and, continued drinking, because we're all still friends to this day. I play Borderlands with them on the weekends. But, to kinda get back on track, yeah. No, my motivation was to get the girl away from my bud, and all it did was cause me to lose a friendship for, over a year. Or almost a year, not over a year, because it was high school. The drama moved by quickly in high school. But, it hurt him deeply. And also, it got me into, while it did get me into my first relationship, it got me into an abusive relationship. A bad abusive relationship. And when I do mean abusive, I don't just mean emotional. Holy shit. It was bad. I'm still upset about the fact that she murdered the betta fish I bought her as a gift. For context, my first girlfriend, after we broke up, took the betta fish I bought her, threw it into a chlorinated pool and watched it, just poison itself and die. Yeah. Yeah. It's why the bud I ended up stealing, air quotes, stealing I'm using that for lack of a better phrase. Stole the girl of, in high school. He says, nah, you did me a favor. Holy shit. That girl. Holy fuck. She wanted me to get her pregnant in high school. Chat, daily reminder, with very rare exception, your first partner, you'd never think that your first partner is gonna be the one. Red flag? Let's see. Punched me, punched my older brother. Fucking, whatchamacallit, wanted me to get her pregnant in high school. Killed a fish. Tore up a teddy bear I got her. Brother, you took one for the team there real quick. I don't want to say it like that, because I still emotionally hurt a bud of mine. I'm not... If anything, it's called the karma. And keep in mind, like, the pregnant thing, that started week 1 of us dating. And it's... Fine enough, I'm gonna use this to segue into other advice that's really fucking important. So, why did I stay with her? Besides the fact that, she was my first, partner. Let's go down the checklist. So I was 15 at the time we dated. 15, turning 16. She was 16 turning 17. I was, I was skinnier than I am now. I was tiny little thing in high school. She was, fucking 6'3", goth Wiccan, and could pick me up over her head. Chat. I'm letting you know right now. I see the lore! Thank you. This is what- No, don't awooga. Don't awooga. Keep on- Again, she wanted me to get her pregnant in high school. Don't awooga. Y'all still friends? Spicy. No. Spicy. Again, physically abusive. Yeah. Again, wanted me to get her pregnant in high school, and then after she dumped me, she got pregnant in high school. Don't do it. Don't. But, the lesson I'm giving out here. The lesson I'm giving out here is just because someone tick boxes every single one of your, well, not every single one, but a lot of, like, things that you're into physically. It does not mean you guys are going to be a good match. She was a bad match for me. She was not a good partner. And that is why, since then, every partner I've ever dated, looks has never been a fucking factor. I learned out the hard way. You don't date on looks. You date on, what's on the inside. Flatly. You don't say cool people who murder animals as revenge on humans. Yep. Flatly. She murdered a fish. The last I heard from her was in 2012 when she sent me a text message being like, hey, today's the day the Mayans said we were all gonna die. If we do die, no, I don't hate you. And I was like, cool, great. So yeah. Moral of the story. Looks don't matter. But also don't be a dick and steal, or, well, again, air quotes steal, and fuck over a bud and their relationship just because you want to, just because you want the tall goth GF. Anyway, I hope you, before I read off this confession, I hope to whoever submitted this, you find peace in the fact that you're not a terrible person. You know? Dog, that sounds legit terrifying. Hey! I was dumb as fuck. Alright? I was a dumb kid. You know, actually, hold on. I do got one more story about her that makes me mad. Chat. So. Ishi, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for reminding me I don't have water right now. Thank you for checking my posture. So. We're gonna call her red flags for the rest of the night. So, red flags. Because she was I was a sophomore when she was a senior. I went to her senior prom. So, when I went to her senior prom, she got this really cool, like, dark purple, dress and everything like that. And it was, like, it was really nice. It was a really nice, like, very vibrant, very striking dress. And so, I was like, oh, cool. I kinda wanna get a purple suit to match. So, I hadn't rented the suit yet. I'm texting her about it, and she calls me and starts having a breakdown over the phone, and is mad because I want to get a suit that match and not a plain suit, because I would be stealing the attention away from her. Am I in the wrong? Am I in the fucking wrong? Was I in the wrong? Hey, we all have our moments. Sometimes it takes the view from halfway down to realize, yeah, I know. The fuck no, you're not in the wrong. I just want to match my partner. And like, it turned to like a whole 3-day argument, even after I had already gotten the suit. She's like, I still can't believe you wanted to do it. And I'm like, the fuck? So yeah, that is also when I realized one of the biggest turnoffs for me. This is supposed to be about me. Exactly. One of the biggest turnoffs. Man. I cannot date someone that's superficial. Flatly, if you have very superficial tendencies, I'm done. I'm out. I'm sorry. I wash my hands of that. I can't. Not for me. Hi, Dino Seeker, how we doing? We're currently reading our confessions. We're actually on to confession number 2. Hopefully, is this one lighthearted? Oh no, it's not. We are starting in some... Okay, hold on. To whoever submitted this confession, I'm gonna come back to it, I promise. It's a valid confession. I need to get something lighthearted, just to help break up the path, to break up the kind of, the emotional vibe of the stream. Embrace the suffering. Hi, Forgotten Dreamers. Welcome on in. Holy shit. On. I'm gonna come back this one. I'm gonna grab one of the shorter ones real quick. I screened these to make sure none of them are bad. I didn't order them in, you know, happy or sad. Because I feel like that's disingenuine, but I need to give us a little bit of breathing room. Alright, this one isn't super bad. It's not a funny one, but, like, we can take this. You requested confessions that are at least not illegal. Correct! I did request that. And thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the choir. Alright. Not getting enough sleep at night. I am harming future me. Future us's problem, am I right? Usually when one confesses, it's mostly always suffering. We get some lighthearted confessions in here. Trust me, I agree with you on that. We do get a lot of those. That is why I'm stating I'm going to come back to this, and I'm not shaming who submitted that confession. I do want to get to it. I want to give us a moment, because we started off with kind of a really heavy topic. So, to give folks a moment to breathe. Because that one, gleaning at it, I remember reading that one earlier to make sure, again, nothing offensive was snuck into it. And, that one is a very serious topic that I want to make sure I address seriously. And given our current standoff point of life, as the kids would say, we're all suffer-maxing. So I'm gonna get on to the sleep one, but to address that, we are not suffer-maxing. Christ, I'm gonna blow up that term with my mind. We're in hard times, but how do I want to phrase this? Submitting to hard times is not the solution to surviving them. We try to do the best we can. And we try to carry forward. And that's why I try to give some sort of advice, even though, again, and as I state every time I do one of these, I'm not a licensed professional. I'm just fulfilling the role of someone to vent to. The concept of maxing is lost on me anyways. It's that and slop. I hate maxing and I hate slop. Alright, so to the person who's not getting enough sleep at night. Hi. Was this me? Did I submit this? I'm not gonna judge you heavily. Don't just take the punches in life, you gotta deal them back. Lemon grenades. Whatever Cave Johnson says. Seriously, get sleep. Get sleep. Every time. Every time. Every time I get off the wagon and forget and forgo sleep to stay up for whatever reason, I hurt myself. It really, it compounds. My mood gets more negative, and there I lose more sleep, and then my mood gets more negative. So, like, homie. Try, from person that can't sleep to person that can't sleep. Like, I know if it's a case of it, like, just having a rough time sleeping, make it a priority. Fight for your sleep. Because sleep is so fucking needed. And the last thing you want to do is end up hurting yourself over it. Naps fix me so well. Take naps! Real talk, that's what I do. Also, hi T, how we doing? God, same the fact that slop is word of the year. Don't get me started. Sleep is good. Your body is a temple. Go worship whenever you are. Oh yeah! Do not waste time on ignoring things about your body. Flatly. Your body's important. I know YOLO typically should state, oh hey, do whatever you want because you only get one life and fuck it. But you also only get one life. Try to make it as long as you can. YouTube actually gave me these, like, 3-hour ambiances to help sleep, and they've actually been quite useful. Hell yeah! I love a good nap. I'm alright, just been vibing today and doing some art since I didn't yesterday. Well, hell yeah! T, low-key, I'm always happy whenever I hear that you're doing art. Your art's very fab, hun, and you don't get to do it as often as I feel like you want to. You do good art. It's done wonders at night. It just helped me sleep and I could totally recommend. Hell yeah. So here's the thing. When it comes to sleeping, I can't do soft music. I don't know what it is, but, I don't relax to, like, calm vibes. For lack of a better phrase, it's not enough noise, and I pay attention to that. Also, Putty got me. I saw the image. I saw the image. Fucking Putty did your thighs really fucking good, T. But yeah. I don't know. For me, I need not necessarily loud music, but like big band jazz puts me to sleep. Who's Putty? Hold on, let me go shout out Putty real quick. Da-da-da-da. Vamp Pudding. So, you can go find Pudding over at her card. She do art, she do stream on Twitch. She is a wonderful fucking bean. I cannot recommend her art enough. She did one of my reactives. She did actually specifically, if I hop into Discord, I can actually show it off. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's set behind me right now. I was like, where the fuck is it? This image. She did this image. And she did a fantastic job. Cannot recommend enough. Oh my gosh. And again, find her Twitch right there. This type of music is good for sleeps too. Not for me. It's too much. For lack of a better phrase, it's not enough to the senses, so I notice it. Yeah, like jazz? I do! I like jazz. Specifically, big band jazz. That's what gets me. That's my jam. Jazz, more like Yaz. Fuck off, T. But yeah, to the to whoever's not getting enough sleep. Take care of yourself. Seriously, try to get a little bit more sleep. It will do you good. Alright. Take more siestas. Exactly. Your body will thank you. Just listen. My health significantly improved when I hit the old person phase of my life and I started just fucking, napping. Like, real talk, if it wasn't for the fact that I have to go live, you know what I would have done, chat, when I got home? Nap. I'll boot up my computer and lay down for like half an hour. Some days that half an hour turns into an hour, some days turns into 2 hours. I almost did today, and I really wish I did. T, go nap! You still got time. Alright. Alright, so confession number 2. Oh boy. This is gonna be a topic that might get me in trouble. Before we go in. Dear Father, I've come to confess. I shall remain anonymous throughout this. That's the point. You're welcome to. But there have been so many horrible people in the VTubing sphere, and it really sucks seeing people I'm friends with maintain connections with people who have treated myself and others horribly. That people are able to get off scot-free because of their popularity, connections, or identity, even when they do some nasty, awful things to people. It made it hard over the last few years to want to remain in the space, when it feels like people who do morally and ethically dubious things go out and stay ahead of people who actually have a passion for this. While people that actually have a passion for this don't. To see artists and riggers routinely fuck over clients, then have no repercussions, even when the community is presented with proof of their actions. I just really hope that the space can get better, that people can continue to be ousted or quit, because it's painful to see friends and myself struggle so much to get even 1/1,000,000th of the attention. I apologize if this is a heavy topic. I hope you don't have to go through any of this if you haven't already. In order, too late for that, bud. So there's a lot to unpack here. And I'm gonna... Let me in for this one. T, I know you have opinions. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna bring in myself, but I'm also gonna bring in another... we'll bring in Tia real quick, just to have a not bias for this. Because 2 voices are gonna be better than 1 on a topic when it comes to streamer and opinions. T, doors open, you know where to look.
Bing bong!
Hold on, let me get you up on string. Stream. I can... Hi, I'm tired. I've had a day. Oh my god, you're on the...
Where is it?
You're on the putty image.
I have a thing for this. Let's see. I have no strings.
There you go. There's your Ultron for today.
Hi, T.
And yeah, I literally took today as my warm up and colored it. So yippee!
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
So,
oh boy, do
Oh,
I have a lot
boy.
of experience with this one.
same. First things first. I want to tackle it this way and then work through the other bullshit. To the person who submitted this, important thing number one. And I say this with all the nicest that I can, like, nice gentleness I can say this with, because I could be a lot harsher about this. And not harsh because I want to be mean to you, but harsh because you need to be shaken about this. Holy fuck, it's not worth it. Let them stop living rent-free in your head. Flatly. Holy fuck. If you let somebody who wronged you, even if they are still within the content creator sphere, live rent-free in your head like that, they have won. Flatly. And all it's gonna do is make you compare yourself to them over and over and over again and keep looking up at the horizon of someone that you detest. It ain't worth it.
I'm gonna do my best not to name drop today. This will be fun.
Don't. That goes against the rule of the confessional.
Not for this person, but as example peoples. I'm gonna try not to name drop them, because rage, incandescent. Eddie Hoozle.
Mm-hmm. Such an intriguing realm, ain't it? The VTuber space, they ain't worth it. So here's the thing about the VTuber space. Tia can back me up on this. It has
the VTuber space.
It has. So here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily have any more or less drama than any other space on Twitch. The problem it has is that VTubers are the whiniest.
Autistic.
That either or, you're not wrong. Hi, the call's coming from inside the house. Besides the fact it's saturated, it's not saturated, we're still a niche.
It's not. We're super niche. We're a micro community within a micro community. Twitch is fucking minuscule.
Yep. Keep in mind, there are still a lot of people on. To put it this way, the fact that there's a lot of content creators I get on either TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or other things that still make the joke, and whenever they're reporting on anything that has to do with a VTuber, and if you don't know what a VTuber is, congratulations, you touch grass, or I'm sorry, I found out what they are too. Like, they still make those jokes, which A, fuck them, but B, like, we're still a niche. A lot of folks don't know what the fuck we are.
Yep. They don't know I'm a funny goblin on the internet.
Exactly. So, like, flatly, it's not that we have more drama, it's just due to a lot of folks in the VTubing sphere being a little neurospicy or being a little bit more sensitive. I tend to find that we're a community that are over hyperly sensitive. I'm not gonna weigh in on this topic because if I would, this could eat up the rest of the stream on how much I'm fucking tired about, and I'm also just tired about it, and I was tired of seeing it. The fact that the VTuber sphere for about 2 collective weeks lost their shit because a peanut won the award for best VTuber on an award show that doesn't fucking matter.
This shows how little I pay attention. I had no idea that was a thing still. I thought that whole thing was mired in controversy. Anyway, because catty theater gays are catty theater gays.
Correct. It's it's the VTuber space can't help itself. But to get back to the post, you're looking at flatly. In my opinion, before I turn it over to T here, you're focusing way too hard on the negative. if you see something for the problems it's gonna have, you're gonna end up going crazy. Which might, and flatly, either breathe, step back from this, and do something else. And I say that not to be rude, I say that for the betterment of your own mental fucking health. Or focus on the good parts. Focus on the interactions you do like. Focus on working with artists that don't fuck you over. Because unfortunately, welcome to entertainment, baby. This is going to happen. And I fucking hate the fact that I have to say that, but that's true. You're gonna just get bad faith actors. And unfortunately, due to the entertainment being entertainment, sometimes those bad faith actors get lucky. There's nothing you can do about it, so your choices are either, unfortunately, try to just keep doing you to the best that you can, or to step away. T, what you got?
If you're a viewer and you're this worked up over it, congrats, you're part of the problem.
I have a feeling I know what you mean. Do you mind elaborating for the viewers?
If you are the type of person who is so overwhelmed by everything that happens within the VTuber space to the point that you are hyper fixated on the drama and the drama alone, congrats. You are contributing to the drama by literally being in these spaces and interacting with it. If it is that bad, you need to take a few steps back, have a moment to breathe, and then go watch your favorite content creator instead of being worried about all the drama going on. Because, frankly, as a viewer, this ain't your bag.
No, agreed.
Like,
Flatly.
if you're digging the hole, congrats. You're still digging the hole.
Flatly, it's why I hate spaces like Twitter. I mean, not just because of Elon Musk,
They're an
and
echo chamber.
AI and everything, but like, so like, and this isn't me trying to necessarily be 100% rose-tinted glasses for the good old days of the old internet, but like, I remember, and I've ranted about this before, but part of the appeal of getting into like being a fucking entertainer on the internet was the fact that you could just do whatever you want, upload it, and have fun. That was the appeal. And
Yeah.
that still is the appeal, but like, fucking, something that disgusted me was, like, it's why I can't get into, like, normal celebrities as passionately, because everything has been, like, TMZ-ified to the point where it's just drama, gossip, talk about this, talk about that. And, like, I always hated my mom trying to talk to me about fucking celebrity gossip. And the fucking internet felt like a break from that. And now we're going in and doing the exact same thing.
It does sound like your mom.
And yeah. Yeah.
Not to throw shots here, but
Yeah,
it does
you can
sound like
take-
your mom.
God. But yeah. No, like, T, how many content creators have you, and I say this not to be necessarily rude to folks, but I'm gonna be real. How many folks do you come across on any, like, your YouTube shorts, on anything, that, or have, like, caught a glance of, that their whole thing is just being drama, alert coverage on the internet?
Way too many. That list includes ones that I get invited to go hang out with due to other people, and I have to be like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. That's not why I'm here.
I feel like more than 60% of my TikTok feed is folks trying to talk about drama. And, like, I don't watch those videos, but it's just, if you want to talk about what's oversaturated, that's oversaturated. Drama, fucking alerting. But unfortunately, hate and anger and fucking drama does wonders for clicks.
That is
Congratulations, we TMZ-ified ourselves.
That's true. What? Addendum, not counter. Addendum.
Hmm.
Remember when it was really easy to close a web page that was just open to a forum?
Oh my fuck.
You're like, oh, there's a bunch of shit going on here. Close tab.
Legitimately, the fucking the algorithms, the fact that people don't think about algorithms and how they draw you in and keep you in on this drama bullshit, right?
Yep. But if I hit dislike on the video, I might not see any more videos.
Good.
Sounds like you probably don't need it then.
You know what I miss? I miss the good old days when fucking like I'd be like, I'm gonna go watch YouTube, and I go watch like, is it a good idea to microwave this? Like that was the shit I grew up on.
How to basic?
How to basic. Them fucking just throwing eggs.
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 So many eggs.
Well, don't get me wrong. A lot of the humor for it has not aged that well. I'll give it this. I miss bullshit like the angry video game nerd of just dude in his fucking room doing skits and making poop jokes all day.
No, I do miss that. I don't miss him being in oh my god, so fucking controversial of a character later on anyway. I love how the internet, we're all really surprised that the ostracized people went to the internet and then turned out to be controversial. Huh, I wonder if they were ostracized for a reason.
I don't remember, besides the fucking, him selling Cinemassacre out and the folks that bought it kind of not doing well with it. Well, I forgot if there was anything else James Rolfe did.
I know he's an asshole above and beyond everything else. Like, he's got some righty opinions pretty strongly these days. I don't remember if he did anything specific, but I do remember Noodle doing a whole video coverage on like, yeah, this is why literary analysis is important, and we can visibly see the decline of it as his popularity grew.
No, I
Like,
gotcha.
something to that effect. I know that he did something. I don't remember what. I have a sneaking suspicion he's like every other big YouTuber, and it turned out to be pedophilia. But
I'm going to, because I know he's still making content, I'm going to hope it's not that.
go look for an apology video.
I'm gonna hope it's not that.
Let's see if there's a ukulele.
I'm just, chat, daily reminder, you love him or hate him, be like, I don't know, like Matt Pat from fucking Game Theory. Come in, build an empire, decide I'm gonna become a family man, leave, don't touch kids. It's just that easy. It's just
be like Demolition Ranch, blow shit up, have a good time, and then retire.
Be like Tom Scott. Go to weird places.
He's back and he's great.
I know he's still doing other stuff. I haven't seen him upload anything to his main channel.
Nope, he's been doing a bunch of other shenanigans. Me and Lee watch his like little game show thing with him and his buddies.
I know he does game show. Is he still doing? I haven't watched the fucking God, what's the podcast he does with his three other buds?
Oh, I know the one you mean. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head either. Back in January, he also went with the Wendover crew and did a jet lag season with them.
I did watch that jet lag season. It was really fucking good.
It was really, man, he's a sore loser. Delightful creature. He left, and it was for his own mental health and everything, which I think that's the important takeaway here is, look, it's really easy to get stuck into thinking that all content creators are Adora Bunny and like they're all terrible, they screw artists and everything, or are just users and manipulators the whole way through it. For honestly, there's a lot of them out there. I think content creation is literally 90% smoke and mirrors and 10% tongue-in-cheek scamming to keep clicks up. Like, I think that's the nature of it. But the entire point of it is, hey, this is meant to be fun. If it stops being fun, take a break.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it eat you.
I still remember one of my favorite recent stories to bring out. There's a YouTube channel. His name was Outdoor Boys, I think. And it was just a dude going out camping in like sub-zero technology in sub-zero weather in fucking Alaska.
Oh, he
right?
died.
No, he retired. He didn't die. Unless something happened after he retired off of YouTube.
I might be thinking of somebody else. Jamie watches somebody, and like, who does something very similar, and they found his body recently. Like he froze to death in like Canada. Like his sons went and found him.
No,
Something similar. So I don't know if that's the same guy or not.
hold on, let me link you to the YouTube channel. This guy. If you're about to tell me that Outdoor Boys died, I'm gonna fucking cry.
Hold on. Hey Jamie, was it Outdoor Boys who died?
That's weird, is because I heard that, but then I keep seeing new videos.
Yeah. So he says he heard that Outdoor Boys died, but then videos keep getting posted.
Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know what's happening anymore.
He doesn't know either.
So, no,
So,
it wasn't he
Apparently,
died.
I was fed information.
He's still alive. He was just retiring. So, he still had some unedited videos that he finished editing and is uploading slowly. But he put out a video saying that, yeah, he wants to retire. And the reason he wanted to retire was, flatly, hey, I got into uploading videos for fun. These have become extremely successful. But in order to maintain this channel, it would affect my life, and I just want to have a normal life with my family and kids. Thanks for everything. I'm outie.
Yeah, reasonable.
Reasonable. He is somebody that saw the writing on the wall of the fact that it was not gonna be healthy for him and his family to continue doing it. He stepped away. He's still on his son's channel and wants to support his kid from what Oh, his son has a channel! That's cute! Hell yeah.
Pelican.
Pelican.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. Fucking do things that are good for you. Don't get stuck.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck in content creation. Or
Okay,
in
we dropped
the
one name.
negative hole of content creation.
Yeah. Fish.
Fish. Shout out Fish. All right, T. I know you got work soon, and I got not content creation confessions. Hopefully to read off.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you bow out, but I thank you for coming in to give your opinion.
Yeah. Hi, I've been here 8 years, in case you guys are curious. Like, just, again, shit's rough. Remember to take a step back. I just took my first day off in basically a month, yesterday from shit. And, like, refreshers are very important, and I need to do that more. And it sounds like you need to as well. Okay, thanks, bye.
Exactly. Later, T.
Later. Out of 10.
Chat, have I ever told you how cool of a friend Tia Singer is? Because Tia Singer's a really cool friend. If you're not following Tia, you should. You really fucking should. Happy 8 years, I know, right? Ha! Tia's old! Everyone point at Tia, they're old. Alright. What do we got up next? I'm putting my wings away. I wanna bring in the mic. I wanna bring in the mic. I'm old, sad, V. Give V 5 subs to shut up. No. Don't. Also, hi, bye, Flame. I need to read this one out loud and very slowly. You know who else is cool, V? They deserve love and... No! Stop being nice to me. I have to be mad for a moment. You fuckers. And I quote, and I read. I didn't actually like Snake Girls. I make a single joke and I'm stuck, and now I have to commit to the bit. Problem is I actually like Snake Girls now. Hey, guess what, buddy? Guess what, buddy? Put on the fucking makeup! Put on the red nose! I told you guys! I fucking told you guys to stop joking about fucking the snakes! Put up Sylvain. Send me Sylvain. I don't have a picture of her on hand. I told you guys to stop wanting to fuck the snakes! Now you wanna fuck the snakes! Alright, but this snake's actually pretty cute, T. But like, chat, this is your crime. This is your punishment. You memed about the snakes! And now you want the rappies! You're like, ugh, Snake Girls, XCOM! And now you want the rappies! Alright, hold on, I have another image I need to throw up right fucking now. Give me a second. The fact that this is not an out-of-context image from the last time we played XCOM. Unironically, Mapno here is dying. He is dying. He is being choked out. And his response is hell yeah. Chat, you are to suffer and die. You have committed to a bit and now you're doomed forever. You're now gonna be suffocated. You're the clowns. This is why you don't meme about bits like this. This is why you don't say like, feet, because you end up getting into feet. You say, Snake Girls, and now you end up like, alright, this is actually cute. Shit, am I into Snake Girls? No, I can't be! Stop being into Snake Girls! Don't fall for the propaganda! You'll suffocate and die! This pillow, if this was your spine, Tia would be broken. Stop fucking the snakes! Nah, I'd win. T, I've seen your spine. No, you wouldn't. What did I walk into? Hi, welcome to our confessional booth. Typically, you came in after we talked about stealing girlfriends, air quotes, after talking about, not enough sleep, after talking about VTuber drama. You got to the part of the stream where we're here to talk about people that can't stop memeing about wanting to fuck Snake Girls. And now, they're actually stuck. Chat, this pigeon killed her. Yeah, I did! I did kill her! I killed her in a D&D campaign! I one-shot her ass at level 2! But, Danger Noodle, do not the Danger Noodle. Do not be constricted. That is the danger zone. And we do not highway to the danger zone. This is proof. Don't meme about something. It may end up becoming your kink. Danger Noodle is best noodle. Battery, I'm glad that you have chosen your first message in this chat to be about snake women. I commend you. I commend you. Welcome on in. Your memes will not stay dreams forever. They will become real. One of us. One of us. Do you know what I need? I need an edit. So, Flork. Flork has a meme, right? Good old Florka Cows has a meme, right? It's this fucking image. I need this, but replace with just the word snakes over and over again. And then put little, like, XCOM logos on your guys' shirts. Snakes, snakes, snakes! Oh no, I'm so scared. Don't show me big titty redheads, they're so spooky. Fuck off. I've been following for a while now, I guess I never said anything. True! It told me that was your first message. Which again, the fact that you've been following for a while, and what finally motivated you to type something was fornication with snakeacation. Wait, y'all being for real? I can't let you all Medusa. Gorgons are actually part bird as well, according to fucking original mythology. B, I have an former art sibling, but art sibling still nonetheless, that's a Medusa. I hang out with her whenever I get the chance. Medessa is a fucking sweetheart. I'm gonna go get an image of her, right fucking now. There she is. Yeah, this lovely lady. She's a fucking sweetheart. You can let me near Medusas, it's fine. They don't turn me to stone anyway, it doesn't work like that. To be fair, Monster Musume is peak. There are way better monster dating games, or monster dating media than Monster Musume, alright? Way better. I'm sorry. The Snussy I am going to make it to where, I swear I'm gonna outlaw the word Snussy. I'm all for free speech, but Snussy! No. Oh no, big scary monster lady. We're not talking about monsters in general. There are monster ladies that are big and scary that I appreciate. Okay? I'm not here to talk bad about big ladies. I like big ladies here. Just, when we are dealing with an alien threat, because again, this all ties back to XCOM. When we are dealing with an active alien threat that's trying to kill us and you guys go wood, that's where the problem comes in. Okay? Runful Bean on screen, where can I follow them, V? Oh, sure, hold on. Let me go give Dessa a quick shout out. Hold on. Because her name, I always fumble the spelling of it. Bada boop. Mia actively trying to hide the World Eater? Okay. I actually hate that word. Rory, I feel you. You can outlaw that one, but you can't touch my, if you touch my snitties and I'll riot. Christ. The snit! I can't. I fucking, y'all are deranged. So, Wizlock, I am gonna draw a hard line right there. I know that you're just trying to be funny, but especially given the times that we live in, flatly, calling someone a racist, I'm gonna, err on the side of caution with that one. You leave me unattended. You know, fair. Yeah. Home on deranged, where the snakes and the human folk play. Hey, Scribs, how we doing? Anyway, moral of the story is, Snorri. You guys have infected me with, oh no, I fucking... Alright, hold on. First things first, I'm getting away my fidget toys that I keep playing with while I'm trying to talk to you guys. I send green thighs to reset you. Hold on. Chat, I don't like that my friends are hot. T, how fucking dare you? Chat, I'm just saying, be friends with goblins. They come with perks, okay? That's all I'm saying. Be friends with goblins. Gonna give these bad bitches their new physics for evil. Your chat is gonna fucking die. They what? With perks? I'm just saying, goblins. Hot. God. I need to do another session of goblins with a fat ass. That's what I need to do. You know what? Maybe that'll be the first stream I do over on the blue site. I do not a more raunchy take on goblins with a fat ass. I'm overqualified. Trust me, I know on that. Got to witness that shit live in person. Alright, what's the next post we got? Before I start being unwise about goblins right now. Alright, which one is this one? I secretly wrote the Bagelsaurus novels and oh my god, this is from fucking Dark Lord Noir. Sound a bit thirsty, take a drink. I still haven't gotten a drink. I haven't gotten up. Ishi redeemed the hydrate redeem like fucking an hour ago and I forgot to go pour myself a glass of water. Hold on, chat, give me like half a second. Hold on. Behave, I'm gone.
Oh no! Oh no!
Alright. Where was I? I got my drink, everybody. We're good. Alright, so I know normally I state, and I still hold by this, that we're not supposed to guess the fucking writer of a confession. But, this is an ongoing bit. For those that don't know, our wonderful chat member, Dark Lord Noir, who I'm gonna call Noir for the rest of this fucking story, has been asking me every single stream if I've read their, fan fiction on Archive of Our Own. The story that they've written. And the fact that he, she, they, I don't know their gender, snuck it into the fucking confession booth to get me to read it. And here comes the best part. I have already started reading it. I'm sorry. Have you? Yeah, well, I have. I have started reading it, and I'll let you know, holy shit, it is intentionally really bad. Because Noir has written probably one of the, and I've said this to him, so this isn't me just like publicly putting him on blast live on air. This is, he knows this. He already knows my opinion of this and is happy that I gave this opinion. Cause it is probably the worst piece of dialogue I have ever read. Period. It is bad. Intentionally so. It is intentionally bad. It is not made to be good. This was not designed to be readable. What was that line of dialogue, you ask? That is me dunking, not the right file. Hold on. It's this. And I quote the dialogue. Oh, I'm gonna cut the audio, because you guys need to suffer through this like I did. What's up? She asked curtly. Bae, I know you been like fam since shit was bad whack. I've been here for ya. From whack to harshin to legit, and even when shit got crack-a-lackin' or not even dishing out, like total turkey, if shit was ending up mad stank. I just want to let you hear, bae, that I think you're dynamite hotness, and I want to get up in the business of your heart. But this ain't you. I mean, that shit's only worth $2. I could give you that much. And I want to mention that one of the characters in this scene is Vriska from Homestuck. Noir, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm letting you know right now. If I said it once, I said it again. This is This is a masterclass in writing dialogue that is so fucking painful. You did it. You wrote something so fucking. This hurt me. We're clipping that reading, right? Please don't. I still need to read chapter 2, but I have left legitimate critique of the fact that you have formatted it as a text wall, and it hurts to read. Cause, legitimately, and I say this not to be mean, this part I actually say as just a critique. Hey, chat, if you're ever writing, a piece of work to put up on the internet, formatting is very important. Because if you don't format your posts, here's what it looked like from my phone. Hold on, I need to shrink this down because it's a very big image. That's the text wall I was trying to read of chapter 2. Please format your pages. Legitimately, as someone who's dyslexic, this prevents me from being able to read it. And I don't say this to be mean. Alright. With that being said, we can now move on to back to actual confessions. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. Hold on, I'm gonna shrink that just a little bit. There we go. My constant changing of appearances and names is due to the fact of a fear of being remembered by someone I wronged by having a very promiscuous thought process with relationships. Very short confession, but let's extrapolate on it real quick. To whoever submitted this, how do I want to start? So there's not a lot of information for us to know about the situation. So promiscuous thought process can go from everything of you fucking move on to you just being perverse. If you're worried about the latter of just being a pervert, like, don't be a creep. There's nothing wrong with being a degenerate necessarily. It's just how you outwardly express that. I'm a degenerate, but I'm a respectful degenerate myself. So, there's that. Yeah, I'm cringing so much it became a singularity. Also, hi, Dragon Spartan, how we doing? But yeah, legitimately. Flatly. If it's the former, if it's the fact that you've cheated or were perverse on somebody, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you are still in the spaces that that other person occupies, just leave it. It's not gonna do you good to stay around in spaces with somebody that you hurt. And this isn't to try and justify or excuse you. Because if you legitimately hurt somebody and need to do growth, then go and do that, and proud of you for recognizing that. But, flatly, staying around somebody that you hurt and not giving you time alone to breathe and grow is not going to do you better. Because all you're doing right now is still, while you're not necessarily following those tendencies, you're doing something that's equally as creepy. Because that would be like, I walked into a room, stole Tia's wallet, to just use Tia as an example, walked out of the room, and then a week later came back in the room but wore a mustache. Just so that I could hang out with Tia and nobody realized that I'm the, that I'm the one that fucked over Tia. No! That's not healthy. That is not. As well, it's not healthy to constantly put up a fucking persona. You need to be you. You need to be yourself out there. So that's your confession, V. No, I did not steal Tia's wallet. But yeah. Flatly. It is not healthy to stay in spaces where you have committed, for lack of a better phrase, that harsh of a wound to somebody. Take a step back. Seriously, for your own fucking health. I wish I had more to say on this confession. I don't want to just keep moving on. But these are a lot of short ones, and as far as this confession goes, there's nothing more for me to say because we don't know more about your situation. What I can say is this. I have had some buds that have done things similar. And do you want to know the true thing that happens every fucking time they go and do something like this? Eventually, they, for lack of a better phrase, they get caught. Folks are gonna know. Folks are gonna piece together, for lack of a better phrase, are going to piece together who you are. People are not dumb. If you respect them and respect yourself, please take a step away from just putting yourself in that kind of situation. Just respect yourself, respect others. Take a step back. I imagine these are people who don't fully understand connections. That's, hopefully, I guess. That's all I can guess. But keep in mind, an interaction is not just the value of being able to continue talking with somebody, but the level that you are able to. Don't catfish. That's the moral of the story. I got nothing else on that one. I will admit to being called a motherfucker. And yes, I do mean that literally. A buddy of mine really screwed me over by making a reservation at a hibachi restaurant, which made it so I wasn't able to take my folks out on their anniversary. So I got back at him by asking his then single mother out at the time. Long and short of it, we kind of hit things off and went from there. And yes, he still refers me to "you motherfucker" as his response. I was wondering when we were finally gonna get the weird one. To whoever wrote this, if this story's real, this is not me commending you. That's a really weird and emotional way to get back at somebody, and that's treating someone's mother like an object. However, you're still friends with him. Because if he still refers to you as motherfucker, that means you still hang out with him. Which means you fucked his mother. I have more questions, if anything. Like, for one, did you still stay with the mother? It seems like everyone involved didn't have a particularly bad time. I mean, that's a joke I'm not gonna make. I'm gonna avoid that one. I'm sidestepping that joke, no. Question. Alright, I have to say this one. To whoever wrote this question, do they both call you daddy? I couldn't. Chad, I couldn't. That one was just too, it was right there. It was right there. Like, how... It sounds like it started as a bit of a joke. Yeah, it sounds like it wasn't like you, I emotionally manipulate my bud's mom. It just sounds like you started flirting with the mom just to fuck with him. And then, things just actually started working. That gets kind of, there is weirdness. There is weirdness. How long did you know this friend? Did you know this friend since you were a child? I want to know that. There are so many there's so many red flag danger zones that I could go and touch about this topic. Holy shit, the longer I think on this, the more I'm like, there's a lot of red flags with this. I'm gonna hope that this is like a friend that you met in your 20s. And that's all I'm gonna say. Because if not, that's weird. I'm glad everyone apparently had a laugh. I'm gonna take your mom out for a nice steak dinner, sure, the time of your life, but then won't ever call her back is evil. Based on the fact that he still talks to him, I'm gonna assume that he didn't ghost his friend's mom. All mature adults from the sound of it. Oh yeah. And like, real talk. Realist talk. Like, so Chad, I have a confession. Right? I'm gonna use this confession as a jumping off point. But I do have a confession. Right? So, little fun fact. Exclamation point confession is not a command. It doesn't work. But little fun fact. I mentioned this on stream. And there are some details I'm going I mentioned this on RoboQuest earlier in the week, and there are some details I'm going to leave out about it. But currently, right now, me and somebody else, I'm not naming names, I'm not talking gender, I'm not giving you guys nothing. Because we're keeping it private for now. Mainly because, we want to sort out emotions with each other before we throw it out in front of, like, a crowd. But me and somebody have been talking emotions. We've been having a little bit of a connection. And one of the things that fascinates me a little bit about this relationship is the fact that it is a relationship that, looking on it right now, it's not that wide of an age gap, really. But it's the widest I've had, because everyone I've ever dated normally is within, like, about a year or two of my age. And this person it's a little bit of a wider gap. Only 5 years. So not like the wildest fucking gap in the world. But there is a gap. It is there. And it's been neat to go through it. Because even just that 5 years, right? Like, when I was 18, they would have been 13. Or more importantly, when I was 15, they would have been 10. So that does cause some just differences to arise that are neat. They're fascinating to me. Right? So long as neither is past the age divided by 2 plus 7, it's mathematically cool. I fucking hate the 2 plus 7 rule. I get what you mean, but I hate it. Yeah, it's not that crazy, I know. But, flatly. Like, it's still the biggest age gap I've ever dealt with in a relationship. And so it's been something neat to navigate with them. It again, fascinating is what I call it. But you do find out at some point, because again, well, yeah, that's the 5 years. They're closer to 30 than they are 20. I'm in my 30s. So flatly, sorry, breaking character for a moment. So flatly, right? That doesn't fucking matter at that point. Who the fuck cares? So yeah. At some point, age does stop mattering. I think the biggest thing is finding out where you two are emotional, mental headspace of your life. That's the bigger thing. I ain't gonna judge you, man. If everyone is consenting adults and hey, good on you. As long as things are kosher, that's fine by me. Exactly. Age gaps come with some cultural differences, same as region or upbringing. Nothing has to get in the way. Exactly. I don't let it intimidate me. It's just something that's neat to me. But yeah. Moral of the story, as long as everyone's consenting adults, thumbs up. Congratulations, you fucked someone's mother and got away with it. Oh, this one's a long one. Alright, let me read. Sorry, Angel. I did bad. I'm a baby streamer. Still learning everything and waiting for affiliate. It pains me to say this, but I feel like I've been plagiarizing Sky's self-care bit. Get something to eat, get something to drink, go take care of meds, vitamins, count too, and Vin, hi, how are ya, how ya doing, for my content. The only thing I came up with was calling my streams a cave and saying, welcome to the Horde. When someone follows me, the VOD is probably expired by now. When someone follows me, VOD is probably expired by now, but during one of my art streams, I dove deeper into this, saying how I still don't feel like I deserve to be where I am right now, how I feel I'm not original, how I feel guilty for still using those lines. When I get back into streaming, I didn't have anything set up for my hello response to raid alerts, new follows, gift subs, bits, and extreme. So I just thought of the first thing that came to mind, lines I've heard before, from streamers who I think are really cool people. While I'm streaming, I don't entirely think about this that much, but after streams, it's just in the back of my mind. So, some quick rundown here for the person that posted this. Hi. So two things. There is nothing wrong, especially when you're first getting into content creation, still trying to find your fucking footing, on the mimicry is the most sincerest form of flattery. While I'm not sitting here and saying, oh, it's fine to cop other people's bits. Like, flatly, I stole Tia's raid outro. I made it my own, but I stole Tia's raid outro. Mimicry happens all the time in the entertainment field. You're going to see it. Granted, from what it sounds like, you're more just using it verbatim. What you should be doing is taking that verbatim and growing it into something that is yours. There's nothing wrong with an inspiration. You are going to be feeling things out. Try shit. Do shit that works. Or, not that works, sorry. Do shit that makes you feel comfortable in saying and doing. Because, flatly, there's no right answer to content creation. Good artists borrow, great artists steal. I like great authors steal, but that's because I'm a writer. But yeah. It's gonna fucking happen. Hell, some of the greatest writers, like, fucking Lovecraft, lifted so much from R.W. Chambers. But Lovecraft is still original in what he does. Because it's how he elevates and evolves that. You need to do the same. So, take that time, try stuff, and keep working it, keep workshopping it, spitball it, say it over and over and over again until it clicks as something that you like. A lot of artists learn their craft early on by tracing and reproducing stuff. It's part of trying to learn what works about it, then using that knowledge to branch out. Exactly. Flatly, even back in the day, a lot of famous artists, got their start doing... Van Gogh got his start by doing by copying famous paintings. Like, that's just the nature of how you learn. So don't be afraid. What you need to now do is move on to experimenting and trying stuff that are different. I mean, Lucas and Tarantino are both big examples of that. Exactly. You're never gonna think of something original. In of itself, streaming is not original. What I'm doing here as a VTuber, I try to do some original things in it, but I am still a VTuber. I'm doing the VTuber thing. I'm not super original either. Work on it. You'll get there. As well, the other thing you're feeling is imposter syndrome. And let me tell you something. That doesn't go away. I still don't feel like a real streamer, and I've been doing this for many a fucking year. I know a lot of buds that are bigger than me, that are, by definition of, you know, air quotes metrics, are more successful than me. And they get it. This is just how imposter syndrome works. Unfortunately, you are in a circumstance to where you're just going to... How do I want to phrase this? It's really hard to fight it. It's really hard to fight it. One of my favorite actors of all time, David Tennant. He gets it. So, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard to fight that imposter syndrome, but know that you can get through it. So yeah. Experiment, do stuff. It goes with the rest of YouTube chat. And not just when it comes to streaming, anything. Art, too. If you're doing art that you're like, damn, I feel like I'm just doing X person's art, but worse. Keep feeling it out. Keep experimenting. Some of my favorite artists have gone through so many different phases of what their art looks like. And have changed up their art style so many fucking times. It happened to them, it'll happen to you. So yeah, don't feel ashamed. This is just the nature of the beast. The nature of it, if you will. They'll get there. God. I still have to fucking fight myself on the imposter syndrome some days. Like, flatly. Chat, I'm gonna level with you guys. There are some days where it's really fucking bad. When I re-debuted, after I was done with the debut and after I said goodbye to everyone in the Discord, I'll level with you guys. I'll be honest. I'll talk about it. I laid down in my bed and had a panic attack. I wasn't feeling great, so I ended up, calling that person that I'm currently right now working out with emotions to feel better. And me and them stayed up all night and talked about things, and I needed that. I guess it's one other piece of advice I can give you. Imposter syndrome has hands, like some real fucking nasty hands. A good way to be able to fight off those hands, seriously, get buds that will help you fight them. Talk to folks about it. You need somebody. Going into content creation, going into entertainment alone is a fucking nightmare. Socially. And emotionally. It will just, like, wear on you. So, To avoid that, my biggest advice, get folks in your corner. You need folks in your corner, flatly. Because if you don't have folks in your corner, you just end up feeling like you're drowning. And, like, that's a lesson I had to learn. Because for the longest time, and even still to this extent, I don't like talking to folks about the struggles that I go through. Because everyone goes through struggles when it comes to content creation. And it's really hard for me to fight the urge to sit there and go, well, my struggles are not as valid as X or Y person's. I should stop complaining. But that is not a healthy mindset to have. That's a bad mindset to have. All that's going to do is end up doing harm to you. And so we go back to apes together strong. Exactly! Ape alone weak. Ape together strong. Be like ape. Be together. Be strong. Got it? Good. I'm glad. A lot of... Side note, while I'm pulling up the next confession, a lot of talks about the VTuber space tonight, and content creator space tonight. A lot more than I expected. Like, flatly. I wasn't expecting to talk about content creation so much tonight. But here we are. And if I'm allowed to waffle for a little bit, chat. There was a bit I debated not coming back from streaming from my break. There was a bit where the thought crossed my mind, do I really want to go back? And like, I'm here, stop crying. And like, I don't say that to put panic into anyone. I don't say that to guilt anyone or anything like that. I don't, that's not the purpose of me and why I'm saying that. I say that because sometimes doing this shit is hard. And it takes time and it drains. And part of what I had to do while I was on my break was refine myself. I realized during halfway through October that most of the games I'd played this year, I don't feel like I truly felt like I enjoyed. I felt like all the drama that I'd been a part of because of being a content creator was sucking it out of me. I felt like my life was kind of just slipping the fuck away. And I was able to get a hold onto it again during this break. And so, you wonder, is it work? Or is it worth going back to that work? Going back to that area that's gonna just cause you that much pain? That's gonna put you through that stress? That is gonna be that work. Because it is work, right? Like, before I hit go live chat, my shift at, I need to break character to talk about this, but my shift ended at 7:15. I drive there to get here, and I do what I do. And I'm left with like 30 minutes to sit down, breathe, get the stream ready, and then go. And yeah, it can be a lot, but it also is fun. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have fun, and that's the main thing. My thought process to myself was, you already paid for all the new models and everything like that. Go to the end of the year. See how you feel afterwards. And so I did. And you know what? I'm still having fun. I still feel like I'm doing this for me. And so I'm just making sure to now pace myself. And to be healthy about it. You know? Because you need to. Otherwise, you go fucking insane. So yeah. Reminder, you have to love what you're doing, and if you don't love what you're doing, take a step back. Breathe. So yeah. And I thank you guys for sticking around. Through all the highs and fucking lows that we've been on, you know? Because we sure have been on a few, haven't we? Ah, boy. Always appreciate it, buddy. I do appreciate that you guys appreciate me. Hi, Mood Whiplash. We needed you for a moment. I mixed dragon fruit and Red Bull with Dr. Pepper, and it actually kind of worked. Why? Coming to stores now. Dr. Pepper Dragon. I explode. 1/3 cranberry juice, 2/3 orange juice is a suitable pink grapefruit drink replacement in both color and flavor. No. I disagree with that. I can already taste it. No. That's wrong. I can taste it in my mouth. If I had the orange juice, I would do that right now just to try it out. Starscav, there's no way that's right. If it wasn't for the fact that the corner store just closed, I would run down to the corner store, leave you guys with some chinchillas, come back and try it. We get any good confessions? You missed a few, Biflame. I know you ducked out because of cringe, but like you ducked out right as we were done with the cringe. We got into some emotional ones. We got it hugging. We had a whole hug fest. We sang Kumbaya. And now we're talking about Dragon Fruit and Dr. Pepper. What I miss? A lot of talks about imposter syndrome. A lot of talks about that. And then we've now hit, somebody doing an abomination. Motherfuckers. Stop just mixing random shit. I swear to God, I will send you all. Oh shit, on. I will... I know this is a confession booth, and typically you ask for forgiveness in confession booths, but I'm gonna be mad. No more random mix-ups, we're not kids anymore. If wine companies can make fucking Tide Pod wine bites, we can mix random Alright, you're lying to me, there's no Tide Pod wine bites. You're lying to me. I refuse. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing on this. You're lying to me. You know it's a sin to tell a lie, right? Angel, the humans are scaring me. Listen. I can't save you. Humans are fickle creatures. They will do things not because they should, but because they can. But I also appreciate that raw determination. It's not random. I have a relative on medication that relies on badly grapefruit. They really, really wanted one, so I got experimenting. Alright. That one I can vibe with. I can vibe with you being like, I'm trying to science this shit. Big man left us long ago. I can't confirm or deny that one. Even though I got fired, there are some NDAs I can't talk about. Christ alive. What about Odin? Odin does not give a fuck! Don't put your life into Odin's hands. Fuck the god of thunder. Feel us talk. Fuck most Norse gods. Is there any Norse god that's actually like a good person? Does anyone know of a good Norse god? Because I don't think there's a, like... I don't think there's a good one. There are better ones, but I don't think there's a good one. Maybe Helga? Maybe Freya. Fuck Norse gods, how many of them? I gotta go. I got work to go. Do not actually fuck the Norse gods. Loki? No, Loki is not a good god. Loki is the definition of not a good god. Don't trust Loki. The gods don't exist to be your friends, they exist to teach important lessons. Exactly. It's why I really like... It's why Norse mythology and Greek mythology are really fucking neat, because their deities don't exist to be deities of worship, they exist to be teachers of lessons. I mean, think of Zeus, right? God of thunder. King of the gods of the Greek world. And to anyone who knows, like, Greek mythology, you know Zeus ain't good. You know that Zeus is a little bit of a fucking asshole, and a fucking jerk, and a dick, and you shouldn't trust him. He's a fucking problem. If the rain is coming down yellow, don't go outside. And those lessons are usually like, don't try, you'll regret it. As a Valkyrie, it's my job to collect the souls of the strong and consume their bodies. Oh, you're a Valkyrie! That's the type of angel you are. Oh! That's right, that's right. Very different realm of work than an Abrahamic angel like myself. Zeus! God of womanizing, you're not wrong. Don't ask him about his swan song. Very different realm. Oh yeah, extremely different. I think the start and end of what you and me have in common is wings. Wings and being seen as very sacred creatures within our respective realms. Red Bull drinkers. I actually really hate Red Bull. I can't stand it. I can't do Red Bull. Ain't for me. It's kind of McFucking nasty, let me tell ya. If you like Red Bull, good for you. Not for me. Wings, sacred, dark eyes. My eyes come from a different reasoning of existence and have a much different utility. Fucking! You scared me so much I hit the button again. Fuck it, I need to pull up the eyes anyway for the raid. Welcome on in chat. Welcome on in raiders. For those of you joining us for the first time, my name is Varandel Voidstar, a fallen angel Thrones and variety VTuber, and tonight we're here in my confessional booth, reading off confessions submitted to me by members of my community. Lanka, that's my coat! No! What the fuck? The Stormbringer. Light. Oh, yeah, fucking you're quoting Epic the Musical. I know what you're doing there, Dragon. Yoink. Hi, Tex. How is the rest of, fuck, what's the name of that game? I watched you play it for a minute and then had to leave because A, starting this, and B, I want to play it. Nakey? I'm not nakey. If I was nakey, I would take off the vest and then I would take off the shirt. But I'm not taking off the shirt right now. We're in a confession booth. I'm being respectable. I am your beast. I popped so many heads. Hell yeah. Well, buddy. As always, you know, if you need to do any post-stream wrap-up, any post-stream self-care, if you need to go and, steam your hat, I don't know how cowboys take care of their hat, please go do so. Otherwise, you're welcome to kick back and relax as we read more confessions. Leave some clothes on, man. No. Just for that, I'm taking off the shirt but leaving the vest on. We're being weird. God, I'm not doing that. I'm covering back up. If you go look back at the VOD that we did Monday when we were playing Devil May Cry, I was doing the Dante thing where, how Dante in Devil May Cry 3 has his jacket but nothing else on, so I just went like this for the whole stream. I did that. Coward. I'm not a coward. Hat care. Anything as long as I don't give it to my community. We'll lurk for a bit. I want to hear some of the confessions in a few. Hell yeah! Well, you go lurk and go get food. Okay, Asterion. Hold on. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, fucking Baldur's Gate. I wish I had the moves Asterion did. Alright? A lot of people, regardless of gender or sexual orientation, have a thing for him. It doesn't help that he's a vampire, so like, duh. Vampires are just sex. I'm sorry. One of the main themes about vampire is perversion. And I don't say that as an insult. I say that as a literary scholar. They do exist. He's a very well-made character. He is! It's why it's part of the reason why I never finished my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, because early on the playthrough, I'm role-playing my paladin character I played at my D&D table, Varric Baleblade, Knight of the Shattered Helm. And he's a very lawful good paladin, and he woke up to a vampire trying to bite him, so I saw the option of run a stake through his heart, and I was like, alright, there we go. And I just killed him right there, and then everyone's like, you killed Asterion? And I did that live on stream. I'm gonna say, I don't normally look at street numbers while I'm streaming. I don't care. I'm gonna stream when I'm streaming. Legitimately 20 people stopped watching right there on the spot. Beast Paladin moment! I wish everyone else felt that, but people love Asterion so much. People love him so fucking much, everyone just left. But yeah, I found my Tide Pod wines. Dreamer, if you're in my Discord, post it within, like, the general chat of my Discord so I can take a look. And vampires, they really suck. But how do you go from semi-cannibal to sex? Alright, so I need to talk about this. I need to talk about this real quick. And then I'm gonna... I'll post in Discord. And then I'll get on to the next confession. So, like... They are a literary metaphor for that, because... Like, if you go and watch, like, an example I'll give, Nosferatu, the new Nosferatu movie that came out a bit ago. That is based off of, like, a lot of the original works of, like, Bram Stoker's Dracula and a lot of original vampire myth. And vampires, in of themselves, are supposed to not just be, oh, hot, but they are desire incarnate. That is their whole point. And they are ugly perversion incarnate. It's why, Nosferatu, Seth pointed this out when I was watching it with Seth, that a lot of, the blemishes and, disgusting disfigurements he had on him were disfigurements that are indicative of certain STDs. And I don't sit here to say that to shame folks with STDs, by the way, but I'm just talking about it in a medical sort of terminology. Vampires have always had desire, be it power, lustful, what have you, as part of their core. If you go and read Bram Stoker's Dracula, it's the fucking core of it is that. It's very dry novel, but the core of it is that. So yeah, that's what vampires are supposed to be a metaphor for. So yeah, vampires do suck. That's the point. Ayo. So, here's the thing, chat. I got bad news and good news. Bad news. We technically hit the bottom of the confessions I have. Good news. I have more confessions, because people have been submitting while we've been live. And if you're still here and you want to submit a confession, do so. At the top of my screen, you can do it. So, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab this. I'm just quickly control F'ing and seeing if there's a... I have a prompt, that scans, like, that checks, and no, not an AI prompt, a prompt that does, like, filter out whether or not a submission has any, expletives in it, that, I'm not gonna allow. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So let's dive into this, shall we? Let's read off our next confession. Forgive me, for I have sinned. The Axeman here. Oh my god, it's the Axe Guy story. I realized upon reflection last time that I do condemn vigilantism, but I tend to do it. This time I've admitted to stealing stolen animal. Reminder that the rule states we can't talk about things that's gonna require me to contact law enforcement. If by the end of this requires... Hold on. I'm gonna read this out loud, and then I'm gonna make a public announcement. And I'll do it again. I don't just snatch someone's pet, I consider it aggressive rescuing. It's been half starving dogs off of chains, or half frozen kitties that is an outdoor cat. But if I see it, I take it to the nearest rescue, which I know. I know a crazy few old ladies that volunteer that they'll consider it a stray if it's found wandering. I do it rarely, like 3 times ever, but I fear I'll regret not helping when I can. A pet is not a right, it's an extreme luxury and responsibility. A living creature that doesn't deserve suffering for someone's ego. I'll probably catch a bullet for it one day. So, first things first, if these are true stories, I'm gonna state this right now. Please stop. It's a good thing that you are giving these to shelters. I don't feel like I have to report this to the police, because congratulations, you are giving these to a shelter. But, flatly, and I'm gonna say this right now, even if it is for a extremely good cause, this is not me saying don't do anything. You can't just go in onto someone's property, break it, and steal a pet. Do yourself a favor. Contact the police. Animal cruelty is a crime. It is something someone could be charged for. And legitimately, there are proper methods to go through this. And chat, I say this to you guys as well. If you see someone abusing a pet, obviously, don't confront them. Call the police. There are proper authorities for these things. You should rely on them for your own protection and to get them on the record so they're not permitted to get future pets. Exactly. Legitimately, if anything, you just stealing the pet does not solve the situation. It saves that one pet, but what's to stop them from getting another one? Getting criminal activity on a record is important to preventing future criminal activity. Exactly. Axeman, take notes on this. Flatly, don't steal the pets back. Report them. Make it so that they can't get any more pets. Don't go for the symptom, don't cure the symptoms, cure the disease. That being said, I do agree with you 1000%. Chat, do not buy an animal if you can't take care of it. Chat, take care of animals if you buy them. Chat, animals are a luxury. If you're getting something that can feel pain, that can feel empathy, that can feel sadness, that can feel joy, that is something that you are taking into your life to have that responsibility. You should be treating that animal as if they are literally a family member, as if they are your child. Anything less is literally deplorable. Evil, even. I don't want to linger on this topic for too long, because animal abuse, I know, is one that lingers with a lot of folks, myself included. So I am going to move on from this one, but I don't do that out of just like, it's not fun. No. Chat, if you're someone that wants to get an animal, make sure you're getting that animal for the proper reasons. It's the reason I haven't bought a rabbit yet, despite really fucking wanting a rabbit. Because I do not have a living situation that is conducive to raising that rabbit. And I refuse to, put the rabbit through a situation that would not be healthy for it. Period, full stop. So let's move on, shall we? Rabbits are surprisingly difficult. A lot of prey animals are actually surprisingly difficult. When I see you, Tia, Willow, Spicy, or any other chat people, I get super excited and smile. I tap my foot excitedly without thinking about it because it's a combination of the jitters from nervousness and energy needing to be released somehow. Despite this, I also deeply fear y'all with the same respect I used to appreciate and adore you guys. I'm too shy to admit this at times because it feels it'd be disingenuous or overwhelming. I'm greatly proud to be part of this community though, and I think the world of y'all. Alright. I'm gonna refer to whoever submitted this as buddy, pal, chum, whatnot, because whoever submitted this is probably somebody I know. To whoever submitted this, hey, same. Flatly, I'm gonna let you know right now, please do not be intimidated by me, be honest about it. I always worry that, like, I consider myself small, but there are people that are smaller, and I'm talking about metrics here, I'm not talking about fucking quality of person, but that are smaller than my channel in metrics-wise, that sit there and say that I'm big, and I'm like, I'm just a guy. Recently, I had somebody admit that they find me intimidating. Someone admitted that they find me intimidating. And you know what I say to that? How? I'm just a guy? I'm just a little guy. I'm just a funny little, I'm a little, haha. Lol, Lamau. Coach, I'd blow you up. Anyway. But yeah. I don't know. I'm not like this big to-do. You intimidating, sir, you look silly and like a teddy bear. Bye, Flame, do remember that I am non-binary. That being said, I will not be offended by being referred to as sir as long as you are using that in a non-gendered way. And how do you be non-gendered with the word sir? The same way that you call a woman a sir in the military. But yeah. Fucking... Legitimately? I don't know. Don't be afraid. Reach out. I like hearing from folks. 'Cause, like, there are so many friendships that I've made in streaming that started with, yeah, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, but I've been scared. Don't be. Reach out. I'd be glad to talk to you, whoever you are. And if we have started talking as friends, why are you still intimidated? If we're friends, I like you. You don't gotta be intimidated. You don't gotta be scared of me, okay? Okay. Commander, chicken leg, bird. Coach, I'm gonna turn your pronouns into was, were. Four-pieced wing meal. Fuck you. Mods, that's my good friend down there. I like them a lot. Hold on, I'm turning on... Hold on. I need to turn on my space heater in this confession booth. Cold! Oh, that's why it's cold. Fucking god... Alright, so I have a complaint. My room, the door for it sometimes swings open, and currently right now to save on electricity, cause I have electrical heat, I only turn on the heat in one room. And sometimes the door, cause I can't fully close it, or else it locks me inside my room until I wrestle the door open. Which, by the way, my door will just lock on me, and it won't, because the door, the knob is broken. So if I fully close the door, I'm fucked. So I have to put a fucking, like, I already have, like, a blanket that's just out in front, that I put on the floor so it blocks the air from also letting in cold air. I just push it close, kinda. I forgot to do that when I walked back into the water, so just all the heat escaped my room. My feet are cold. They put me in a rubber room. Don't joke about that. Listen, we had the arc during the summer where a mouse got into the apartment. I don't want there to be rats in the room. There you are, my friend. Proof of the Tide Pods. Hold on, let me take a look. Oh my god, what the fuck? Hold on. Hold on, chat, we're going back to a topic we were talking about earlier. Oh my god, it's real. Oh my god, Tide Pod whiskey is real. It's by Glenlivet? What about Rubber Rat with rooms? Kaiju Rat? Fuck off, Darius. Yep. I'm sending this to T. Hold on. I'm sending this to Tia. Gonna just DM it to Tia and let them fucking suffer with that. Eating the Tide Pods. Here's the weird thing. I'd try them out. I'd do it. I'd do it once. Tide Pod whiskey, I'm erasing this timeline. This is the timeline we're on. Listen, we're on the timeline right now. Fucking the number 6-7 is a funny meme. Gen Z getting too old. Just wait until Gen Alpha get up there. Keep in mind, we were equally as cringe. We are the long cat is long generation. We are the all your base belong to us. We're the dick in the box generation. We're the Raffle Mal. We're the Rafflecopter generation. E. We are E. Oh no, I'm not saying we ain't cringe. Exactly. No, this is just me telling Darius and everyone else as well. Before you delete the timelines. Except that we have always been cringe. We are cringe. E for everyone. I'm just saying it always gets worse. It's not... I don't know. 6-7 is just as dumb as E. I feel like there was less of everyone on the internet back then when we were doing shit so that we didn't get hounded. I know we've talked about this earlier. I do miss when memes had a shelf life of more than like 2 weeks. It's why I oddly am slowly respecting 6-7. Because 6-7 did not die within a month. Shout out the kids, they are keeping it alive. Because think of how many memes die after, like, their first 2 weeks. Like, what memes have lasted longer than, like, 2 weeks this year, besides 6-7? I'm gonna do something heinous. Popular memes 2025. Alright, according to TikTok, 6-7 aura farming, which I wouldn't call that that is memetic, but I'm talking about internet memes. Chicken Jockey. 6-7 is currently, I think, outliving Chicken Jockey, and it doesn't have a movie to help it. I'm reading all these and I'm like, none of these make sense. A lot of them are political. Gee, I wonder why. One of them's just listed as a white rabbit pointing at a clock. I remember a Twitter account that would have a end of the year meme of each month recap. It's really funny. Anything Riz. It's not on the list. I think what keeps 6-7 going is basically no one can really explain it. Oh, I can explain it. It's nonsense. It's like kids shouting Rafflecopter at each other. Holy shit. Do you know what's like I noticed, chat? Do you know what happened? The word clanker got onto Wikipedia. Clanker has oh my god, Clanker has a Wikipedia article. Hold on. This is a Wikipedia article. Holy shit. Man, I love diving into Wikipedia and seeing what articles apparently exist. I am Taco Cat, E, Vines, Gotcha, MMD, Roblox. The rest of the list are just basically games I grew up on. Emoji. The way to out how old you. Hold on, you know what? We're gonna take a quick detox. We're gonna take a quick detox. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Alright? I'm gonna put up a video. Chat, here's how this is gonna work. You're going to... Some of you might already know what I'm about to play, and for those that know what I'm about to do, I'm not sorry. Here's what I'm gonna do, chat. I want you to type 1 when this video becomes too cringe for you and you need to tap out. Alright? Type 1 when it becomes too cringe and you need to tap out. Do you want to feel old? Go for the immediate one! Crank it! Oh, this song was long ago. Adorable. Bah, 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 bah. Hold on! Wait, we need a moment. Pause. Go back. Hold on. Hold on, I need to slow down the video. We need to slow it down. We need to slow it down. Slow it down. The old YouTube layout! And I want to point out, that's Metalocalypse down there. And that's Boxy! And then there's the Dancing Bear. Yeah, that's Exhibit right down there. Holy fuck! Oh! Holy shit, I'm old! Also, I definitely saw a certain bear down there that I'm not gonna talk about. You know what? That's a problem we have. Anime memes are not as funny anymore. What is this video? This is, the Gag Quartet's Lay Epic Meme Rock compilation. This is 14 years old, by the way. This video is almost old enough to drive. Dreamer, how old are you? If you feel comfortable with answering. Christ. Keyboard cat. How many of you owned a Rage Face t-shirt? 1! Star Scab's out! How many of you owned one? How many? Cough, cough! We got one. By Flame, I'm not judging. We need more ones. We need... Listen, I have already set a mental limit of how many people need to spam 1 for me to stop the video. We haven't hit it yet. We're only at 2. How many? It's a secret number. I'm not answering. Is it 6 or 7? Fuck off. Look, this has actual craftsmanship behind it. True, this is not AI generated. An AI cannot generate this. Oh fuck, I know what song's next. Are we gonna seriously say that 6-7's dumber than this? Yes, yeah. Was it a Muppets thing? No. You can't see, but I'm doing it too. You know what fucks with me? A lot of people don't know that the Numa Numa song is a love song. Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. In terms of bad, it's not Hubba Bubba Zoot Zoot. True. God, early internet culture. I miss it! This is cringe, but you know what it is? It's not bad. Fuck a Rickroll. Yeah, we did get Rickrolled.
All your base are belong to us.
Bah, bah, bah. God. I can't, you know what? I fuck with it. I miss early internet culture. I really do. I wanted to walk into that video to cause pain, and all I did was cause nostalgia. I feel old. All I did was make myself feel old. God. Chat, am I old? Am I no longer hip? Am I no longer cool? Chat, type 1 if I'm cool, type 2 if I'm not cool. I need to know. I need some validations in the forms of binary numbers. 1, 1, 2, 1. You're cool, but not hip. So what you mean to say is I'm retro. Binaries 1 and 0. Listen, the joke made more sense in my mind. Alright, what do we got next? This is a tale of the reason I know cannibalism isn't legal if you can legally acquire a body part. Why did I find this out? I ate a finger. A lady finger. Yes, this is all a joke about me breaking my diet to eat lady fingers, which is my real confession. Alright, what's a lady finger? Oh, it's a type of cookie. Oh, it's a type of cookie. Oh. Oh, it's one of these. Yeah, it's one of these. This looks delightful. I'd eat it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, everybody, you can cheat on your diet sometime. That's not wrong. It's like a biscuit. You know what they remind me of? If anyone knows what a Milano is, it reminds you of Milanos. They use them in tiramisu. It's the tiramisu cookie. I have a confession. I have never had a tiramisu. Oh, Milano. Xananos. Making you a tiramisu. Good. Be my guest. Come over. Make me food. I'm never gonna stop someone from making me food. Please do. Light and airy, like 100 calories a cookie. That's not bad. V every stream. I got another confession to make. Look, I already made the big confession myself earlier this stream. You guys already missed it. You folks are showing up new. You already missed my confession. But no, legitimately. I would... To you who confessed about cheating on your diet, look, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. As long as you're remaining healthy, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of a cheat here and there. That's it. Now, I do have a question for you, chat. I do have a question. What was the start of that joke? Someone's making a pun. That's the start of that joke. Listen, it's not the weirdest thing we've talked about. The stream started off with someone submitting a confession about joking... about, you know, going along with the snake fucking bit as a joke, but now they're actually into snake women. That's how the stream started. Don't fuck snakes. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand before all the snake fuckers who are right now typing to defend themselves do so. Chat, I have a question. What is the one snack that you consider your cheat snack? Like the one that, no matter what you do, you can't resist it and will have a little bit of it as a treat. Goldfish crackers. Those aren't that bad. Oreos and milk. Darius, have you tried fried Oreos before? Also, normal milk or chocolate milk for Oreos? I'm a slut for kimchi. Fried, you monster? Emoji, have you never been to a fair? That's common fair food. Chocolate chip cookies. What brand? I have not my thing. That's fine. What matters is that you've tried. As long as you've tried, I don't care. Usually normal milk or coffee. Oh, I've never tried coffee with Oreos, though that sounds like it's good. I have common fair food as funnel cake and fried Oreos. I'm sorry, your whatever fair you go to doesn't have fried Oreos. Yeah, it's a banger with coffee. I'm gonna try that out. What is kimchi? I've heard of kimchi multiple times beforehand, but I still, like, I've never actually looked up what it is. Like, is it a dessert? Is it, like, what is it? I'm Googling this. I'm Googling this shit right now. What the fuck's kimchi? I still have that open. What the fuck? Now I'm even more confused. I don't know what this is. Fermented spicy cabbage. Oh, alright. Huh. Weird. I fuck with it. It's so good. Yeah, I fuck with it. I can see the vision. Between that and a good and pickled ginger, it's a great way to reset your taste buds. Does it do the same thing that, like, because I've done ginger before when I'm doing sushi, or like how good wasabi can also just reset your fucking taste buds. Same idea? I'm gonna compare it more to wasabi. And I mean good wasabi, not just horseradish wasabi. I make it by the gallon. Xana, you fucking... I will open a P.O. box for you to deliver me some. How shelf stable is it? Can you ship this? Earth, I only realized... Hold on. Chat scrolling. I only realized I had not had anything to eat in like 8 hours. It's giving me the shakes. Be right back. Go take care of yourself, Darius. In all actuality, a weird snack I love is Carl, aka Piss Shark. Alright, hold on, I have to go and Google that. What the fuck? What the fuck am I looking at? On. A Carl, fuck it, I'm not pronouncing that. It's referred to as fermented shark in English. It's a national dish of Iceland, consisting of Greenland shark and other sleeper sharks. Holy shit, they do actually eat Greenland sharks? They have been cured with a particular fermentation process and hung out to dry for 4 to 5 months. There's a strong this is just remind me of fucking, Lutefisk. It's like Lutefisk, except it doesn't sound as awful. Well, they fermented it and... The meat of a Greenland shark is poisonous when fresh because of its high urea and trimethylene oxide content. However, when properly processed, it may be consumed safely. The traditional method begins with gutting and beheading the shark, and then placing it in a shallow hole dug in gravelly sand, with the cleaned cavity resting upon a small mound of sand. The shark is then covered with sand and gravel. The stones are then placed on top of the sand in order to press the fluids out of the body. The shark then ferments in this fashion for 6 to 12 weeks, depending on the season. Following this curing period, the shark is cut into strips and hung out to dry for several months. During this drying period, a brown crust will develop, which is removed prior to cutting the shark into small pieces and servings. The traditional preparation process may be observed at Bjarnahorf Shark Museum. I think I got that right. Who the fuck discovers this? Who sits there and has a poisonous shark is like, bro, plan. Here's what we do. We take it, we bury it in the sand for several months, and then we dry it for more months. Who the fuck? Desperate fishermen. Shit, you're right, never mind. I get it. Especially in Eastland, where in the early days that they don't have a lot of food. Because it's not like a lot of crops grow up there. Now look up Kivaki. Kivike? Kivike, or Kivak, is a traditional wintertime Inuit food of Greenland that's made of that kind of bird, a type of seabird, fermented in seal skin. Remember watching about this on Bizarre Foods Travel Channel a while back, on Travel Channel a while back, like Bizarre Foods or something. Either that or, yeah, No Reservations would be another one. Man, I miss Bizarre Foods. Chat, one of these days, I'm just gonna pull up Bizarre Foods and we're gonna do a watch along. Do you guys feel alright with that? Seal what now? See also, Sturtstroming. We all know where this lands on the food scale. I'm gonna stop looking at disgusting food because I want to be able to, or not disgusting. I don't want to phrase that because that's, I don't want to be insensitive to the cultures that eat this. I'm proud of you if you do. This is food that, for me, something like that, I'm not dissing it. I'm walking my stance back. Cause no food's disgusting. If it looks good, eat it. I don't want to look at stuff that's been fermented and aged like that, cause I can imagine what it tastes like very well. And it's turning in my stomach, cause that would be something that kind of funk does not sit with me. I learned about funky fermented stuff like, I can't. Listen. Stuff like lutefisk has ruined any sort of, heavily fermented fish for me. I just can't. Gotta get the funk in the gunk. No. Yeah, V, if you get a chance, stop by an Asian market, pick up some kimchi. I'll pick up some kimchi and try some and let you know. I know of a good Asian market around here. Alright. We have more confessions to get to. We need to stop looking at food, because it will make me too hungry to continue streaming. I'm grabbing it, chat. Okay, time for my vanish. Best off and behave. Have a good one. Also, welcome back, Bean! How you doing? Alright, maybe it's the furry in me, but I much greatly prefer werewolves to vampires. I also don't get why people find vampires so erotic. What do these two facts say about me, if anything? To whoever confessed this, I refer back to earlier in the stream, when we talk about the fact that vampires are supposed to be about, excess in power and lust, and that's why they're there. 'Cause lust is inherently about sex, and power, or not necessarily about sex, but when it comes to lusting and perversions, that's what that's about. And power, there's a good phrase I like to quote quote very often, and the phrase is, everything's about sex, except sex. Sex is about power. Vampires exude strength, power, perversion, depravity, everything naughty and alluring. Meanwhile, what do werewolves exude? Monster fucker. They exude furry and monster fucker. And listen, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I get it. Some wolf boys are hot. But vampires, in a literary sense, are just thematically sexier. On a on a very base symbolic level. I'm suffering in my games. Have you tried getting good? But yeah. Chat. Vampires are... Sorry, I just fucking blanked on everything I was gonna say. Vampires are hot. Werewolves are hot due to just people being furries or monster fuckers. Werewolves are okay. If you like werewolves, it's fine. But vampires in so many literary levels. Like, I can't. I can't without just beating the same dead horse. Vampires are hot. Werewolves are just muscular wolf people, not gonna lie. Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that, but vampires just have so much more going for them. Vampires are naughty, werewolves are naughty. Shut! I can't believe you made that joke in front of Coach, of all people. Alright, we got one last confession. We got one last confession, everybody. And I feel like this is a good confession to end the stream on. What do you mean in front of me? Coach, if I have to explain why making a naughty joke in front of a fox is in and of itself a funny joke, I'm sorry. I'll have to explain when you're older. I will get you. What are you gonna get me? It's almost Christmas. And our last confession for the night. I once farted in a store and my friend came by and said, "This store stinks," and I never told her it was me. I can't hate. I've been there. I've been there. We've all been there. Chat. Type 1 if you've ever just fucking ripped ass so hard in a public scenario and embarrassed yourself. We've been there. It happens. I mean, hopefully in this case shit doesn't happen, but shit happens. I get it. Sometimes you degas, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. I blamed it on the dogs many a time. Don't blame it on the dogs! The dog didn't do anything! How dare you throw the dog under the bus? That's mean. You'd come into the room, fart loudly, and then... Alright, sometimes you do get dogs that stink. Tia has regaled me a story many a time, but like, come on! That dog's probably just sitting, and then, she hears, or, like... That dog then hears, like, somebody acting up, be like, oh! Like, it'd be if I walked into Tia's apartment, ripped ass, and said, yeah, I was Diamond, and then Tia's like, Diamond! And then Diamond's like, what'd I do? I thought dog farts are quiet. No, they can be loud sometimes. They can be loud. I've heard dogs shake shutters with how loud they can get sometimes. You'd be surprised. Dogs can fart loudly enough to scare themselves when they're sleeping. I've seen that, and it's hilarious every single fucking time. Without fail. God. I don't even want to cast judgment on the person who submitted this. I can't. Listen, we've all been there. But to you, there should be only one response if you ever fart somewhere. And someone else goes, do you smell that? And it is that he who smelt it dealt it. Blame it on the person who smelt it, and move on. Like a responsible person. Don't blame the dog. Because that is just mean to the dog. God. Chat, can I tell you an embarrassing story about me farting in middle school? Whoever rhymed did the time. Fuck off. So I have a story when it comes to, flatulation from when I was in middle school. So when I was in... God. So when I was in middle school... Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I was bullied a lot in middle school because I was the new kid. Don't laugh. But being the new kid... Don't laugh. Don't. Alright, we're good. One time I'm just sitting in class reading by myself, and we're all doing reading, because we have to do reading, and I'm just sitting there. And then I ripped ass, probably the loudest I ever have in my entire life, still to this day. Fuck off. This is me being vulnerable right now. So I ripped ass so loudly, and a lot of kids got up, and, like, started, like, some of the boys that were there started intentionally gagging, and, like, everyone started laughing, so I got really fucking just flustered. I got up, I left the classroom, and I'm still mad because I got detention over this. I turned around and I was like, "You're all fucking losers," and just walked out. And I got detention.
Oh no.
I got in trouble,
No.
despite everyone laughing at me for farting when I was a kid. And they're like, "Look, we get it that you're being bullied, but there's no excuse for that language." None of the bullies were ever caught. And I'm fucking mad. That's why middle school's bullshit. Fuck middle school. High school was cool. Kids can be cruel. I think that is like the worst period of bullying I've ever had was in middle school. Because grade school I had some bullying, but like whatever. High school, the bullying kind of just ceased for me. But middle schoolers are fucking terrors, let me tell you. Holy shit. We get that you're being bullied, but that's no excuse for that kind of language. Man, isn't that just being a kid? I know, right? That fucking happens all the time. I remember when I went to go sit down in middle school, and one of the kids pulled a chair out from underneath me. So, me being the angry little person that I was, I popped up, said, "That's it," turned around, bopped him in the schnoz. As an adult, I do acknowledge that I shouldn't have fought back. But, I got detention, and I asked the teacher, "Hey, is the other kid getting detention?" And she's like, "Well, I didn't see him do it, so I can't give him detention." Even though she knows I've been bullied repeatedly. Bonked him in the schnoz. Punch him in the nose, yes. Schools never care about fighting bullies. There's a book called Bully Nation that said schools are fighting bully tolerance. Where is this? I know. Legitimately, the most that I have ever, seen to help positively fight back against bullying and to help with it has, been, other students. And some guidance counselors, admittedly. I had some really cool ones. But, mostly just students. Like, I cannot stress how much my GSA helped save me during high school. That whole entire... I'd probably be dead if it wasn't for my diversity group. Like, flatly. And I'm not gonna get into the story of some of my darkest hours. I'm really not. I'm not here to fucking... Especially after we just were talking about farting. But, like... Legitimately. Don't get me wrong. Appeal to authority when you can, chat, but remember, your tribe, your family is your strongest outfit. And when I mean your family, I don't just mean the ones you're born with. I mean the ones that you choose. If it wasn't for some of the buds I've made in high school, you know, I wouldn't be here. They've helped keep me sane. They've helped keep me safe. They've helped keep me me. And I'm glad that I'm me, and still alive, and still kicking, and still going, and still here with you guys. That being said, we're not ending stream quite yet, but that is the last of our confessions. We've run out. I got some things I do want to talk about real quick. This will be, for now, the last Fallen Confessions. Mainly because, not because I dislike the format, but because I want to revamp it. Because something I've noticed, and I've had some people approach me and be like, hey, I just don't have another thing to confess. And I don't have a big enough community to just keep doing confessions. So I'm thinking on retooling the format. I do want to keep up user-submitted confession, or, user-submitted content like this. So I've been thinking about, changing the format and changing the scene. I'm gonna keep the confessional. I do want to bring back just confessions as a format at some point. But I have an idea of kind of a format that's supposed to be like, for lack of a better phrase, kind of like just an open air, like, radio section. And I'm gonna call it Preaching to the Choir. I'm still working on how exactly I want to formulate it. But I think I'm gonna be swapping it to that for now, just because, again, like, a lot of folks have and tonight we've had some good confessions, too. I don't want to make it sound like I'm just poo-pooing a lot of them. But, yeah, a lot of them were very last minute. And this is content that does rely on you guys. But ultimately, it's on me to organize it. So, either I start collecting confessions way earlier and start doing that, or I do this reformat. So I'm gonna tool around, I'm gonna workshop it. Just because I want to keep doing streams like this at least once a month. But I want to make sure I'm doing right, you know? So, I'm still gonna be working on it for a bit. But yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to touch base with. When it comes to that. But I do thank you all for coming on in, regardless, and just hanging, you know? Looking forward to your new twist. Oh yeah, I'm still working on some other stuff. I got some stuff I want to get started on the new year. I feel, flatly, and I say this not as, like, putting a downer on myself. I'm saying this just to say it. I feel like I kinda, don't get me wrong, the debut was good, but I feel like these first few weeks have not done all that great. Mainly cause, like, I've had a few stream series I wanted to start that immediately I had to pull the plug on, like Voices of the Void, and I feel extremely bad for Rai for having to starting up Goemon and then instantly being like, yeah, Goemon ain't in it. I wanted to hit the ground running, and I feel like I stumbled a little bit, but I'm not going to do what I did as the rabbit and let that defeat me. I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing as hard as we can. You know? As much as I love the deeper talks, I also love the unhinged tangents we take on some of these less serious tones. Exactly. And so, that's why I've been thinking about this new format, because I want to still allow that. Moments of real talk, but also moments of fucking unhinged depravity. We're working on it. We'll figure it out. We'll get it solidified at some point. But for now, getting back to it, yeah, I'm still working on me. I'm still trying to figure out, or I'm still trying to make sure I keep things stable, and I need to get to work on certain things. Like, the poor Call of Cthulhu group, I have not hit them up yet. I've been just so fucking busy this month that I haven't had time to write Call of Cthulhu. I also do have some other collabs planned out and some other content I want to do. Still stretching the wings. Yeah, I'm still getting all the kinks in the wings, kind of stretched out. I'm working on it. We'll get there. We'll do good. And of course, any suggestions you guys have, any feedback, like VRing with me. I want to get a VR model before I start doing more VR chat content. Because I don't want, for lack of a better phrase, it doesn't feel right to stream in VR with a model that isn't mine. And when I mean isn't mine, is not reminiscent of my character. So, I'm gonna work on that. But that does us for tonight. I got kind of nothing else to say right now. So I think I'm gonna end a little early, go get a little bit of dinner, go wind down. And I know just who to send y'all on out to. Because guess where we're going? We're gonna go say hi to the S-Bat. We're gonna go say hi to Seth. Wait, no. That's not my fucking raid command. That is... Chat! The choir sings. You know it. You love it. If you have access to my emotes, feel free to use them. If not, feel free to substitute them with your own. Just let Seth know send you on over. We'll be back here Saturday with, you guessed it, more XCOM. But for now, have a good night. Take care. Be good. And remember... Okay, goodbye!